Hi, Brian Johnston here again. I want to follow up on the importance of both elections and also the importance of the civil law. I'm going to use a term you may not have heard before. It's called prosecutorial discretion. What that means is that a prosecutor, a district attorney, or an attorney general have their own discretion as to what cases they will pursue and not pursue. If you elect a district attorney, or in our case in the state of California, an attorney general that is politically in favor of abortion or is willing to turn a blind eye to intentional or unintentional euthanasia of a vulnerable patient, they won't prosecute. That's a problem. Let me explain the difference between the criminal law and the civil law. Sometimes a prosecutor won't prosecute because it's harder to get a conviction under the criminal law. There are three necessary elements to win a criminal case that aren't necessary in a civil case. The first is being able to prove motive. The second is being able to prove it beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt. And the third is the fact that jury trials are often used in a criminal case, and juries are easily manipulated by emotions. That's why often you will see situations where a human life is disposed of, whether it be through euthanasia, assisted suicide, or even abortion, where the power of emotions are used, and it's hard for a prosecutor to break through that to ensure a conviction. If the civil law is used, it's much easier to win. And one of the reasons you see this in the O.J. trial, those of you who remember the O.J. trial is a perfect example of the criminal law where he was acquitted immediately by the jury. As soon as the civil case started, he was found guilty immediately because the facts were pretty compelling that he had had a hand in the death of his wife. And that's the difference between the criminal law and the civil law. So we have to make sure that first we elect prosecutors that have conviction and are willing to protect human life. But if they won't, we need to make sure we have the civil law that we can exercise and have enforced so that human life can be protected and respected under the law. The civil law is just as important as the criminal law.